What's up, all Digital Bastards? My name's Liam, and today I'm going to be doing a quick video, mostly to cover this. A lot of people have been asking for a review of this, so I'm going to do my best to review it as I can. This is mainly a dev kit, so a lot of things aren't necessarily polished as well as they could be, but once again, it's a dev kit, so that's to be expected. So, a couple of people have actually asked me specific questions in my Dread Out video, which recently got over 1,000 views, which is phenomenal. Thank you all so much for watching. That I never thought that I would have a video with 1,000 views on it at all. I actually never thought the channel would get 1,000 views, let alone one video that has it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I know that sounds like my outro, but thank you. Sorry this didn't come out sooner, but I've been sick and I had some surgery done, so should be back soon, but just want to get this one out. So, to answer some questions that were actually asked, let's see here. So, Bamcorp Gaming just asked me to do a review of the headset and compare it to the Rift sets that are out. So, hardware-wise, it's very similar to the Oculus DK2. Its resolution is the same. Its overall appearance is very similar as well. I mean, it looks like an Oculus because they're pretty much all the same design. But there are a few differences, I think. From what I've seen of the DK2, there is a little less screen door effect that you'll get when in the Oculus than you will in OSVR. So you'll get a bit more of the visible pixels, and I'm not sure if that really matters to a lot of people. For me, it's a little bit annoying, but it doesn't get too bad when I'm really inside of a game and I'm really, getting into it. It doesn't really matter. If I'm playing Minecraft, I don't need to see, oh, there's a pixel. I see a pixel there. It really doesn't matter all that much. So, as far as that goes, it's not really too bad, but it's something that you want to be aware of if you're going to be buying this. It's nowhere near a consumer model. I will say that. It's not there yet. But I personally really enjoy it. And I know that, unlike Oculus, this is going to have far more games you can play with it, and far more applications because of its open source framework. Bamcorp also asked, what else did he ask? He or she. Not quite sure. Sorry. That's everything. I mean, there are things that they could improve on. There are a couple things that Oculus is doing with its newer model. With the consumer version, there's going to be built-in headphones. I like that idea, but I usually use my Kraken. You guys have seen me wearing this pretty much in every video, so for me that wouldn't really make a difference, but to some people that might make or break it, so that's something to consider. Like the DK2, this has a breakout box where all the the wires connect to. Actually, let me grab that for you guys. Here it is. So I still got it connected to the HDMI, which is a nice braided together with the USB that you have to plug in. So it's got a pass-through in it. You could actually plug in a USB to this thing, and it will just pass right through, which is really nice. It actually adds another USB port, so that's really nice. But so it's got this breakout box. You connect the headset here. And the power, you'd have to connect it to a power supply, which you plug in here. Then the HDMI and USB connect here, and then you connect it to your PC. It's recommended that you have a 3.0 port for this USB, but it actually isn't necessary. I found that that's not necessarily necessary, recommended, but not necessary. It also has a headphone jack right here, which is kind of interesting. The quality isn't the greatest, but I find it interesting that they included it, and it's very nice that they did. I like that. So, I'm not sure. I don't think that the DK2 has a headphone pass-through, so I really like that. That's really nice. Additionally, on the headset itself, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a USB port over here. So if you want to plug in like a Leap Motion or something like that, you can plug it in directly to the device, which I really like. Now, I will say that the DK2, its optics are better customizably, I think. Basically, they're just two little toggles at the bottom that you move back and forth to determine the distance from your face that the lenses are. And one of the biggest problems is, once you start extending that, it starts actually digging into your face. There isn't enough room between your eyes and the lenses. Like, even if you don't extend it at all, it's still really close. Like, you can still feel the screen or the glass touching your face. And that's something that Razer could really improve on. And I hope that someone from Razer sees this and makes an improvement to the next design, or makes a new faceplate or something. Because this thing's fully modular. You can disassemble this and input new devices. If there's a better screen that comes out and I don't want to buy a new device, guess what? I just buy the screen and that's it. That's something that, once again, I really like about OSVR. That's why I decided to go with it instead of the DK2. Plus, I put a lot of stock in Razer's products, and I don't know, they've just always served me in the past. All of my gaming setup is Razer, except for my microphone and webcam, because I don't make webcams, but my mouse, my keyboard, yeah, I got a new keyboard. It's very green, and yeah. But anyway, that's getting off topic. OSVR, let's see here. Eric, LaChance? Is that... Sorry if I'm butchering your name. But he asked if it's hard to set up. Is it plug and play? Just install Razer Cortex, Surround, Synapse. And I'll address all of those. As far as hard to set up, initially it's not very hard to set up at all. Like, in order to get the framework up and running, you download a snapshot from, what is it? I think it's just OSVR's website. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But you download you just download the framework, and you start up the server, and it will recognize the device installed, or plugged in, or whatever. Sorry. So you have to plug it in, obviously, and then you download the server, and you start up sort of like you would a Minecraft server, and that will just run and connect your device to any program that you're running. Now, the downside is there aren't a lot of things that interface with it, so you have to figure out a way to bypass that. I'm working on trying to figure out how to get it to interface with the Oculus framework, so I can play a few Oculus games in this, so stay tuned for that. I've got a couple of solutions that I'm going to try out, but I've gotten it to work with a couple of games. You guys saw my Dreadout video. I got it to work in the demo that was included with the snapshot of the framework, but it just wasn't... It was not an experience that I felt was worth uploading. It was very bland, but it still connected easily. There was another demo that I checked out. I didn't think I would do a video on it, but I might have someone else do a video on it for me. Maybe Tactical Saber, or maybe Soup Nuts will be back. But overall, this is a good piece of technology. You don't need actually Razer Cortex, Surround, or Synapse for it. It actually doesn't interface with any Razer software at all, which is interesting. But to answer your questions, it's moderately difficult to set up. It is not plug and play. And you do not need to install Razer Cortex, Surround, or Synapse. I don't have too much more to say, so I'm just going to go with a couple of... Oh, right. This did come with there are little IR lights all over this. I'll put a picture over here. Here, maybe? No, over here. Here. Yes, here. That's where I'll put it. There's going to be a picture right here that I took with my phone that was actually able to detect the lights when I had it on, which was really interesting. I didn't think it would do that, but there are little IR lights all over this thing that a camera will be able to detect for, motion tracking. They haven't implemented it yet, so it's not... I would really like to see that implemented, and once it is implemented, I will be doing a lot more videos with this, with that implemented. I'm trying to get a couple more games to work with this. Maybe in the next week or so, I'll try and get another game up with it. I'm almost back to feeling completely 100%, so I'll be back to doing videos soon. But overall, if you're considering a low-cost alternative to the Oculus Rift, I would definitely give OSVR a shot, because this dev kit is only $300 in comparison to Oculus is now $600. That is a huge amount of money to pay for a product for me. But OSVR, only $3, and it's fully modular, so could this be the future? Who knows? I really like it, and maybe you will too. Oh, one more thing I did want to note. I tried it out with Team Fortress 2. I might upload a video on that, but one of the things was it did make me extremely sick. So if you're thinking about picking this up, that's something to note. But either way, all in all, I really do enjoy it, and I really want to do more with it. So stay tuned for things to come. And all in all, just thank you all so much for watching, and to all my comments viewers, good luck sleeping tonight.
Yeah! Oh! Oh! Your chance to let me go, huh? Oh. I got so close.